Hello Taurus, welcome. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. But this is your reading for the 17th of January through to the 23rd of January 2022. Or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. And just a quick mention that on the 17th of January or thereabouts, we have the full moon. And it's called a wolf moon. Because historically this is a time when the wolves would be particularly howling to the full moon. But of course nowadays, we know that there's a lot more reasons for wolves to howl. It's not about howling at the full moon. There's other reasons for that, which you can look up on the internet. But because in the northern hemisphere this is the dead of winter, this is right at in the centre of winter, and of course for the southern hemisphere the opposite is true. It's very much at the heart of the summertime or thereabouts, but it's a time for transformation and introspection, so very much time to figure out what you need to have for a successful life, Taurus. All right, okay, let's get on with your reading. It is a general reading, Taurus, so please take what resonates with you, but anything that doesn't, leave it behind. It'll be for somebody else. All right, let's see. So we're starting off with the Oracle of Visions by Shiri Maraschetti. All right, so what do we have for Taurus? 17th of January to the 23rd of January 2022. This time of the wolf moon. What do we have for Taurus at this time, please? What does Taurus need to be aware of or to consider? Right, Taurus, well, first of all we have number 13 here, and this talks about productivity, control, organisation, very much a very creative manifesting energy, but very much hands-on, sorting things out, but creating something quite special. I'll just put that to one side. And then we have number 3, and this talks about dreams, meditation, spiritual escape. So on the one hand there's lots going on, there's lots of activity here, but I feel also, for yourself, Taurus, this is very much taking time out when you can, meditating, a little bit of spiritual escape, connecting in with yourself, with your inner self and the universal energies. Right, and that's probably, I would imagine that's going to help you very much in this at this time of productivity. And okay, productivity, being in control, being organised, planning also. All right, so let's see, let's get into the tarot now, see what the tarot has to say. So what's important for Taurus to consider at this time, please? What's important for Taurus to consider at this time? Alright, Taurus, so we have the heart of your reading, the root of this matter, past influences, what's on your mind at the moment, the future going forward, and then something else that your guides and spirit would like you to know or would like to say to you at this time. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Wands, and this is the wounded warrior. This talks about standing firm, not giving up, having won many battles that are a bit of a protective facility for you here. And this protective facility is about your progress, your evolution, how far you've come here. But, you know, nevertheless, in some areas it's left you feeling a little bit fragile. However, you're not giving up. You're very strong, Taurus. You are the bull. You are resilient. Some would say stubborn, but I'm not saying that. But you're standing your ground here. You're holding, there's one final thing, one final hurdle to be overcome now, ready for going forward. And I feel that's probably something to do with how busy you are, the productivity, being organised, planning for the way you're going forward. Okay. Let me just put those to one side. And let's get some clarifying cards for you now. This is the Gilded Tarot by Shiri Marichetti again. The cards on the table, they are the Druid Craft Tarot set, if anybody's interested. All right, could you clarify all of the cards on the table for Taurus, please? Clarify all of the cards on the table for Taurus, please. For Taurus. All right, and we have the Queen of Cups here. Queen of Cups is very much a water energy, very much about tapping into emotion, managing and controlling emotion, but being very nurturing, caring, a very sensitive, intuitive energy. I always liken the Queen of Cups to being just one step removed from the High Priestess, very much connected in with the universal energy, spirituality, and the moon energies also. Now, so the Queen of Cups has come forward, so it could be the pure energy of the Queen of Cups here. Or this could be representing this aspect of yourself, Taurus. So, or somebody connected to you even. So let's see. Let's see. But there's just one final hurdle here. Something you are standing your ground with, perhaps, or waiting for to deal with. Okay. So, at the heart of your reading, Taurus, yes, here we go. We've got two more slow energies. We've got the Three of Wands and we have the Hanging Man. So the Three of Wands is just a continuation of the Nine of Wands, really. The Three of Wands, all the plants have been set there, growing, their seeds are sprouting. But it's just a time of waiting now. Waiting for things to come in, waiting for things to move forward. But all the work's been done here. All the work's been done, it's just a time of waiting. And the Hanging Man is saying very much the same thing for some of you. It's just hanging around, just waiting, waiting for the wheel of time. The wheel of time here to start to go round again, to start to move. So you can get a better view, a different view of this situation. Okay. So what have we got at the root? The root of this, we have the Magician and we have the Sun. Beautiful. So at the root of this, the Magician. So I feel there's been a lot of manifestation happening, bringing things together, bringing some form of dream, idea, thought into a reality, but knowing how to do that. The Magician knows how to harness the energies and his skills to create that which he wants for going forward. So it's a major arcana, as is the Sun. The Sun is also a major arcana. And the Sun, of course, this is the most optimistic energy within the major arcana within tarot. So whatever it is you've been manifesting here, Taurus, it's very, very, very well aspected by the sun. And the sun is bringing that new opportunity, new beginnings, new life, happiness, joy, prosperity and expansion. So all these fabulous positive energies that are interwoven with whatever it is you've been manifesting here, Taurus. All right, and of course the Hanging Man is also a major arcana, so we've already got 3 major arcanas, and major arcana energies are significant energies that we have to sit up and take note of. All right, so past energies. Right, we have another major arcana, which is the Moon. And we've got the Queen of Swords. So, past influences. The Queen of Swords is very logical. She's very much of her mind. She doesn't allow her emotions to get in the way when she's making decisions, when she's thinking things through, being organised. So she's very pragmatic, she's very strategic. And she has her sword always at the ready to cut away that which is not serving her, which is not purposeful. And, you know, cutting away any dark clouds so that it's just a clear blue sky or light fluffy clouds for going forward. All right, so there's been a lot of clarity, a lot of thought being given to a situation that held a lot of fog within it. It's a situation that was unclear, a bit cloudy. There was things that you knew, Taurus, things you were aware of with this situation, but you also, there was things you weren't aware of, and again we've got a symbol of time here and the cogs of time, the moon and the sun going round. So a time of waiting, a time of indecision, a time of things not being clear, and that's why you've had to give such a lot of, you know, thought time, thinking time to this situation to get clarity and a better understanding. All right, okay, so what have you been thinking about? Okay, all right, Taurus, and this reading isn't for everybody, remember, but it is a general reading, but it is for some of you watching, and what you're thinking about is some form of heartache and heartbreak with the Three of Swords, or certainly something pulling at your heartstrings here. And it's clarified by the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is when we are trapped in our mind, when we feel that there isn't a way out of a situation, feeling stuck, bound up, you know, not knowing how to move on. But it's very much in the mind. But it's thoughts going over and over in your mind. And it's to do with something that's pulling at your heartstrings here, heartache, heartbreak, to some degree. It'll be different for all of you, Taurus. And I feel that's perhaps why we've got the Queen of Cups on the table here, who's very much to do with her emotions and her heart centre and her sensitivities. Okay. So we have very much a combination of energies here. Okay. And I'm very drawn to the fact that the Three of Swords is not right next to the Nine of Wands. And of course the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. So you've been through a lot of difficulties here, I feel, with this situation. Lots of trials and tribulations. But of course the wounded warrior stands firm, he stands strong, isn't ready to give up at any time, as we can see with the cards on the table. The same for yourself. Okay. Let's have a look at the situation going forward now. Well, we have the sun again. Of course, we had the sun that's at the root of the matter. But we've got the sun again, beautiful. We've also got the Four of Pentacles. And the sun, again, this is the bright new beginning, bright new opportunities. The very young child on the horse with the sun shining behind him, which is this is a time of promise, of opportunity, of expansion going forward. This is a good time for going forward. The sun brings in lots of opportunities. So this is your lead card going forward, Taurus. That clarifies the Four of Pentacles. So I feel there's something, this is a very protective energy. The Four of Pentacles. Holding something close to your chest, keeping something, looking after what you have, keeping something hidden perhaps from others. And of course we can't be an open book all of the time, Taurus. So sometimes, you know, we do have to keep things to ourselves, don't we? But so this is either a need to do that, or feeling very protective about what you have, particularly with this beautiful sun energy going forward, looking after what you have and the progress that you're making. Perhaps not revealing everything to everybody, and that's absolutely fine. That's what we have to do sometimes. I'm just drawn back to the first two messages that came out, which was the one about being organised, productivity, being very busy and productive. But then we've also got the meditative one, the taking time out energy. And I think we can see both of these messages on the table here. On the one hand, there's been a lot of productivity, a lot of action, being very busy, and it's being very productive. But at the same time, it's this time of waiting now. You know, a time of sitting back a little bit and just waiting for something to come in, to happen, to move forward. I suppose it's being able to take advantage of that time as well, just to build up your energies again. So what is it your guides would like to say to you, Taurus? Well, we have the Four of Cups and the King of Swords. Okay. The Four of Cups is, I feel this sort of reflects this time of waiting, feeling a little bit, I don't know, a little bit fed up, if you like. We've got the cups here, one's tipped over, there's two standing up, but they're not very exciting, are they? It's just, I feel it's just reflecting this time of waiting. But there is a beautiful golden cup here that's shining, that's just waiting to be grasped now. And it's within arm's reach, although you can't see it at the moment. You can't see it, you're sort of looking into the distance really, a bit preoccupied, little bit discontent, but preoccupied, just waiting around. I think your guides want to acknowledge that, I know, okay, that's how you're feeling at the moment, but there is this beautiful cup now, and it's not far away, this beautiful opportunity that the sun is going to be bringing in. So it's just an acknowledgement of where you are at the moment, I feel. And also we've got the King of Swords here. Now the King of Swords is sitting on his throne. He is very comfortable in his own skin. And he's very good, he's very strategic, he's a strategist. And you are actually giving some deep thought to this Four of Cups energy. You can see the King of Swords looking across here. And, you know, he's giving some deep thought to why are you feeling like this at this time of just waiting. And I think it's probably got something to do with the Three of Swords energy for some of you, and the Nine of Wands, you know, feeling a little bit like the wounded warrior, but now just waiting, digging in and waiting, one final thing to be sorted out. And I feel that's what your guides want to say. You are giving some clear thought to this situation, and getting a better understanding of why you're feeling as you do. You know, you're perhaps trying to think it through as well, why things are taking so long. You know, why is it that the cup up here is sort of hiding within the tree? So it's within grasp, but it's almost out of sight. Yeah, and I feel the moon energy has reflected that also. All right, so let's see. Let's get 2 more messages for you, Taurus. So could we have 2 more messages for Taurus, please? 2 more messages for Taurus, please. What else? What else does Taurus need to know to conclude this reading? All right, Taurus, we have uncovering treasure. So beneath the surface lies a great bounty. And desert passage. Trust that there is a divine plan going on here. Okay. So uncovering treasure. You've just got to wait a bit longer to lift the lid. And there's a great bounty lying underneath the surface. And I feel we can see that here, can't we? Just a little bit out of reach and out of sight is the great bounty that you just got to just a time of waiting. But there's some hidden treasure waiting to be revealed now, waiting to be uncovered. Beautiful. You've got the beautiful dragon here as well, golden dragon, which is a very lucky symbol. But then, of course, what the universe wants to say to you, of course, there's no free lunch, is there here? So it's a desert passage. So it's going to feel a little bit difficult going forward now on this journey. You're negotiating your way through whatever this situation is. It feels like you're having to negotiate the twists, the turns, the going uphill, the coming downhill again, and the waiting, and trying to survive this situation, metaphorically speaking. All right, but the universe wants you to know that please trust that there is a divine plan here. There's a reason that things are as they are at this time. And in the future, when you look back, you will see why this process and this time has been so important for you, Taurus. All right, this is your reading, Taurus. I hope you've enjoyed it, whoever it's for. It won't be for everybody, but it will be for somebody or a few of you. So I hope you've enjoyed it and it's given a little bit of clarity on your situation. But good luck going forward, and until next time, bye-bye for now.